Just a few things before I bring Michael up. I was reading a book about the Jewish Odyssey, and Marek Halter, who was a survivor of the Warsaw Ghetto years ago, was interviewing Yasser Arafat. And in the interview, Yasser Arafat was denying the Jewish connection to the Holy Land. And Marek said, you know, if you deny other people's struggle, then how can we support your struggle? And one of the things I try to do with the film festival is, you'll notice that I have films on China, and I have films, anti-communist films, I have films on Iran, I have films on Israel, and I do marketing to different communities, and my hope is that when the Jewish community comes out, they may take in a film about China, and when the Chinese community comes out, they may take in a film about other countries, European countries, or the Baha'i, or the Uyghurs. Last year we showed a film. We're all in this together. We are all in this together. It's one struggle for freedom and liberty and democracy, and that's what I try to do with this film festival. So, thank you very much. Let me bring up Michael King, the producer of this incredible film.
Thank you very much. Overwhelming. All right, questions. Where do we begin? All right, let me start with the story. The producer, Joyce, the executive producer, Joyce Mandel, this is our 4th film together. Her family was the funding agency behind the film. And when I'm not making films, I teach. I was teaching in Florida at the university, filmmaking. And I was getting a little antsy, and I was deciding, you know what, I want to go back out and make another film. And you know how things happen magically. And the phone rang. It was Joyce told me about a photo exhibit that she just recently went to on Ellis Island about these diplomats and how they risk their lives, their families, their careers when it gets into policy. And how powerful the testimonies, you know, these are still photographs, how powerful the testimonials were. And I started thinking about it, you know, and first thing that came, there was no marching parade, there was no band, they went against the government. Most of them got drummed out of the diplomatic corps, and for saving lives. So I said, you know, we need really to shine a spotlight on their activities. It's long overdue, you know. And so I said, and then I was thinking about the photo exhibit and the testimonials, and I said, you know, it just sets up for a great documentary. So I needed somebody that could articulate the stories and navigate us through the map of that period in time. And I was fortunate. I've been very fortunate, lucky, fortunate, at the right place at the right time to reach out to Sir Martin Gilbert. And he picked up the phone, and I told him I was the Emmy Award-winning filmmaker, and you got to do this film. And he said, okay. When you come into England. And so the story goes, and as soon as he came on board, I mean, he's fantastic, isn't he? Yeah. And my blessings go out to him right now. It's a very emotional time. He had a stroke, and he's still in recovery. So, but anyways, that put the film on the fast track. It was 2008. We shot in November 2008, 2009. We shot for 5 months, went through, saw all the countries. Took me about a year to edit it. I initially thought it would take 6 months, but we shot over 300 hours of footage. And so we had to reduce that to 90 minutes. And had to cut out some really powerful stories, you know. It's tough sometimes making editing decisions. You know, we call it killing our babies, because I had a story about the Susan Mendez, which was, all of them were worthy telling, but you can't tell all of them. It's not, that's the difference between a novel and a film. And so we had to make some real hard choices. And we finished the film in January 2011. We premiered at the Palm Springs International Film Festival, and we were voted one of the best of the festival. So for the last 2 years, we've been traveling to film festivals all over the world, and we're kind of winding it down right now. We picked up a distributor in Toronto, 108 State Media, and we'll have the theatrical release in April. And thank you. And just to go back, you know, one of the things I wanted to do in making the film, alongside telling the story about these courageous and heroic individuals, was kind of demystify Never Again. Okay, I think it's very important that we realize that there are genocides happening today, and the United Nations and diplomats need more to be proactive than inactive, to save lives, to save children's lives, to save non-combatant lives. So it was important for me to tell Stephanie's story. Stephanie lost 100 members of her family during the Rwandan genocide, and she's young, and I thought she's fantastic, and we saw their relationship grow, and that we realized that we still are facing crimes against humanity, and we need to have a voice, and we need people who can have a voice to go out there and prevent it from happening and save lives. All right. Questions?